Hello everyone, welcome to SwitchUp. We got another review for you today, this time of Bugsnax. This review was joint written by myself and Azdin over at Grinning Games, so thank you Azdin for your assistance. Bugsnax released on both the PlayStation 4 and 5 back in 2020, and it's an action-adventure game set on a mysterious island inhabited by half-bug, half-snack creatures. It's now about to release on other consoles, including of course the Nintendo Switch, but is it worth devouring or is it full of bugs? Well, thank you to the publishing team for the review code, and now let's find out. A nameless reporter receives a film strip in the post from an explorer named Lisbeth, stating that she has made an incredible discovery on the mysterious Snacktooth Island. There lives a type of fauna which has never been seen before, the incredible and delicious Bugsnax. Our protagonist sets off and reaches the island, albeit via a rough landing, only to find that Lisbeth is missing. This is just one of the secrets to unravel during the time on Snacktooth Island. The story was interesting and it is delivered through a beautifully designed world and imaginative creatures. Although the game may have some child-friendly visuals, some of the conversations that can be heard focus on some interesting topics akin to real-world relationship problems and even animal consumption ethics. So Bugsnax plays out from a first-person perspective as our protagonist explores Snacktooth after the crash. Soon in, you will be led to the island's town, and the bulk of the gameplay will revolve around you being tasked with finding other expedition members, the former residents of the town, and completing quests for them in order that they return and repopulate it. Snacktooth is also inhabited by the titular Bugsnax, as we mentioned just now, and these are the main hook of the game, as either identifying or catching them and offering them as food to one of the locals forms a large number of the aforementioned quests. The Bugsnax live across the island, each with their own habitat, diets, characteristics and routines, and an in-game clock means that one area may be home to a variety of them at different times of the day or night. You have a scanning device activated by pressing it in the right stick, which you can use to identify a Bugsnax when you come across one, and this will enter information about that particular creature into your journal, which you receive soon into your adventure. It will also lay out that creature's movement path on screen, giving you the first indication of what you need to do to catch it. You will gain an assortment of items that will help you to catch the Bugsnax, with the first being a trap. This resembles a parasol, and when a Bugsnax walks into it, the radius will change colour and a distinctive ping will be the cue to set the trap off. This contraption swiftly turns into a small capsule, and the player will have a few seconds to grab it before the imprisoned creature breaks free. Thankfully, there's a lot more to it than this though, as you'll acquire other tools such as a slingshot, which you can use to fire flavours such as ketchup or chocolate sauce in order to lure the Bugsnax. These flavours can be plucked from condiment flowers, and the aforementioned scanning device will help you to work out which flavours lure particular Bugsnax, if any at all. At other times, you will need to use one type of Bugsnax to catch another, causing an apex Bugsnax to scare a more timid one out of a bush for example, and the main appeal of the game lies within trying to work out exactly how to capture each type of Bugsnax, and this adds a very clever puzzle dynamic to a first-person adventure game. There is a lot of exploration to find every single type, as some are very well hidden, and working out how to capture them leads to a few moments of sincere satisfaction. Bugsnax can then be fed to the different expedition members, and they experience some interesting side effects. Feeding them a pineapple could cause their nose to turn into a pineapple, or eating a strabby can turn their hand into a strawberry. This was a fun way to customise all of the other characters on the island, and the side effects wear off after a short time. The alternative to this is to donate some of your captured crawling edibles to Gramble's farm. Donating a certain amount will reward the player with a bigger bag, which allows for more Bugsnax to be captured at any one time. It could be argued that there is an air of repetition in terms of the gameplay loop. It essentially boils down to a series of fetch quests for each of the expedition members. However, this is offset to quite a large degree, to be fair, by the variety in how each Bugsnax is caught, and as mentioned before, working out how to do it. The game would have benefited from having a map of the local area displayed on the heads-up display to complement the one found in the journal screen. Some of the quests are time sensitive, one such example being having to catch a number of raisin mosquitoes and losing time when trying to find where the NPC was located was a bit frustrating. A waypoint or any navigational tool of sort would have been useful here. Control wise, things work well and your tools are situated in a selection wheel accessed by holding down the L button. Sometimes having to switch between a number of tools in quick succession could be a little cumbersome, although to be fair the game does pause when the selection wheel is on screen, but perhaps having a deploy trap button which was independent to having the trap selected would have offset some of these issues a tad, especially as the means of capturing Bugsnax becomes more convoluted when springboards and other such contraptions become involved later. A nice addition to this version of the game is the fast travel option found within the map screen. Bugsnax is a pretty straightforward game aimed towards a younger audience, but walks the line very well in still being enjoyable for adults. Gameplay gets 17 out of 20. Controls are responsive, although perhaps could have been streamlined a little further when having to switch between tools. They score 16 out of 20. In terms of the visual look, the island is full of vibrancy and charm, with a cast of characters that have a fair bit in common with Jim Henson's Muppets, which is most certainly no bad thing. The real stars of the show, without a shadow of a doubt though, are the Bugsnax themselves. The developers have gone to great lengths to come up with different, unique and funny designs for each of the food themed critters that you'll encounter. I could not help but smile with every discovery, seeing the insect manifestations of my favourite foods and sweets crawling, slithering and flying about. They are fun to interact with too. Most will cower away into the bushes and will require a good impact to shuffle them out. Others on the other hand will charge towards you, and I never knew a jacket potato could be quite so aggressive. The performance overall is decent, although when looking closely the assets in the distance, particularly the environment, can look slightly rough, and popping is also fairly prevalent with background details such as grass and bushes. The rough edges of the objects is more noticeable docked, as in handheld the image looks crisp, however the popping is more noticeable in handheld, so it is a bit of a double-edged sword. The publisher has stated that there will be a day one patch which focuses on graphical issues, so hopefully this will clear some of these points up. I personally didn't mind how the game looked currently, as I was quite caught up in the life and colour that radiated from the screen. Frame drops or crashes would have been a different matter entirely, but I'm happy to report I had no such problems here at all. Audio wise, a repertoire of catchy songs play throughout your time with the game, some of which might get stuck in your head. For the most part I found them to be perfectly inoffensive. They suited the style of the game well enough without ever really excelling either. Some trivia for you, the theme tune was performed by indie pop band Hero Hero Bonito. In terms of the voice talent, they've done a good job here to bring out the emotion and personalities of the Muppet-esque characters. Some characters did grate on me after a while, more of a personal taste thing than anything else, but again in terms of the zany and whimsical nature of the game, it worked pretty well. I did however enjoy the way that the Bugsnax would say their own names, reminding me of the Pokemon animated series. Visuals build a fun and interesting world to explore with a quirky cast of characters. Hopefully the day one patch will smooth some of the graphical issues out, but they score 16 out of 20. Audio won't necessarily be to everyone's taste, but it does complement the world built and helps to bring everything to life. It scores 15 out of 20. Bugsnax cost £19 and regional equivalents are on your screen now. It will take most people somewhere around 7 to 10 hours to complete, depending on how thorough you are, and in terms of production values and how much fun it is to play, this does seem like a fair price. Those few graphical issues do let the side down a bit, but the day one patch will hopefully sort these out. It's also nice that, as I mentioned earlier, it manages to get that balance between being aimed at children and being enjoyable for adults pretty much bang on, meaning it's a particularly good choice if you are looking for a game to play alongside your children. A physical version will be sold from Fangamer's website with a release date of the 15th of July, so physical collectors may want to hold out on purchasing for now. All in all, value gets 17 out of 20. To conclude, the team at Young Horses have managed to create a much needed alternative to the first person action adventure we have today, and it's titles like this that truly make gaming a unique, artistic and imaginative experience. It's taken inspiration from games of old such as Viva Pinata, Pokemon Snap and even something like Ape Escape, great family friendly titles in their own right, and this one is definitely another game that joins that list. There is a lot of charm and few things to dislike about the game, a bit more polish in terms of streamlining controls and graphical fidelity, talking pre-day one patch of course, would have elevated it further still, but you could do far worse than luring this one out and trapping it in your collection. Bugsnax gets a SwitchUp score of 81%. Thank you everybody for watching this review, I hope you enjoyed it. Please do remember to leave a like if you did. Another thank you to Azdin for helping to write this one. Please do check out his channel, link is in the top pinned comment. A quick thank you to our Patreons as always for your continued support, and to each and every one of you for watching our videos. Take care, and until next time, happy gaming.